John, it's said by Ben that you made an offer to pay for his course, £80, and that as far as Ben was concerned, that was, putting it down in big, a gift.
Yeah.
Why was it a gift?
Well, because he always used to boast how much he earned, and it led me to sort of, yeah, I want to do this. He kept boasting about how much money he earned, and then he said, well, look, I'll pay for your course. You can come work for, I like to clarify, he said it was my company, as in him saying it was my company he worked for, I would work for. So I just took it as, right, OK, maybe I work off the debt or whatever.
You can't have believed it was a gift. What you might have believed, and this is what you've just said to me, is that you wouldn't have had to have paid any money up front.
Yes.
That in due course, if you were to complete your training,
Yes.
you would be able to work off whatever you owed.
Yes.
And you would get paid once that amount had been recouped by the company.
Yes. Sorry, maybe gift was the wrong word.
It might have been, but you're here without a lawyer, and I'm here to assist you. I'm going to put that down in big. Let me tell you, John, that is a reasonable thing to believe. Did you explain that that was a possibility at the time he agreed to take the course?
We had a discussion about that he would have to pay the money back that I upfronted for the course.
So when you handed over the £80 for him to attend that course, which you did complete, correct? Did you complete it successfully?
Yes, Judge.
Before he took up his place, you put in writing the fact that as soon as he had completed it, he was to pay you £80 cash by a certain date. Where is that document?
I don't have that document.
Does such a document exist?
No.
That would be why you don't have it.
Yes.
You completed the course in late January 2017. And in early February, to be fair to you, sir, you did in fact get Ben a job.
Yes.
The difficulty is you can't just get a job just by completing the course. Ben, what is it that's required?
You have to go through a screening process.
Quite so. And that then gives you what's called a badge.
Correct.
An SIA badge. How much does that badge cost, sir?
£220.
£220.
Correct.
Ben, £220 to you might as well have been £1 million at that point in your life.
Was.
Bearing that in mind, what did you do, sir?
I offered to pay for Ben's SIA licence itself on the understanding that he would pay me it back in the same way as his course.
Now, that was £220.
Correct.
So we're up to £300 at that point.
Yes.
Do you accept that you agreed to pay this money back?
Yes, I did.
It's very important he makes that admission. Otherwise, I would have dismissed your case after 3 or 4 minutes, sir. Now, here's the thing. You were the beneficiary of a qualification which John paid for. That qualification has an inherent value of £300. It's also right to say that John followed through and did, in fact, get you a job.
Correct.
Where was the job?
At a hospital in the A&E department.
Bearing in mind you'd been the beneficiary of this professional training for £300, you went to that job in late February of 2017. Do you remember it?
Yes.
Did you complete your first shift?
I did not, Judge.
The shift is roughly how long? Do you know?
12 hours.
Goodness me. How many hours of the 12 did you stay?
I stayed for 1 hour, Judge.
Why did you stay for 1 hour only, sir?
But because it wasn't the job that John described to me originally.
Well,
That's rubbish, Your Honour.
what did you do?
I just said to him, like, well, this job isn't for me. He told me the truth and he says it's not for everyone. And I said, right, OK, I'm not working for pennies. Because you're on minimum wage.
Ben,
Yes, Judge.
understand. It was a minimum wage job.
Yes, Judge.
You certainly knew that before you arrived.
Yes, Judge.
Not a surprise. What bit was so surprising to you that you left after an hour?
That the fact that the guard said he spends most of his nights sitting in a chair for 12 hours.
What in your mind did you expect when you became a security guard in a hospital?
Constant patrols and...
What are we talking? Guns?
No guns.
Judo rolls? Did you think it was going to be some sort of, I don't know, marriage between chips and ER? Well, the good news is we've got a special professional in court. Peter, you work, do you not, in security. Is it entirely thrilling?
No, it's not, no.
Well, apart from when you work for me. Is there standing around from time to time?
Quite a bit, yeah. I wouldn't mind to sit down, actually.
Do you know what? I think it's that time. Michelle, would you go and get Peter a chair?
Can I have one?
You can have a chair. No, you can't have a chair. Oh, let's get Peter a chair.
What about Michelle? She should
She
sit
can
down
have a
as well.
chair.
Have a sympathy stool.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right, I'm strong.
It's much better, yeah?
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.